And first and foremost, let me recognize the presence of Congresswoman Lani Mercado-Revilla, who's the better half or the best half of my seatmate. The only half, only better, best of my seatmate, Senator Bong Revilla. Good afternoon, ma'am. Before we continue, let me direct the committee secretary to acknowledge our resource persons.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to Representative Lani Mercado-Revilla and the resource persons. For the public hearing on local bills and mother tongue-based multilingual education, we have our resource persons. From the local government units, we have Mayor Danilo A. Taucan of San Pablo, Zamboanga del Sur, together with Ms. Divine Nele T. Anghad. From the executive agencies, we have from the Department of Education, ASEC Dexter Galban, Assistant Secretary for Operations. From DepEd Region 11, we have Mr. Genielito S. Atilio, Chief of Quality Assurance Division. From DepEd Davao Occidental, we have Dr. Romel R. Handayan, OIC Schools Division Superintendent. From DepEd Region 9, we have Attorney Cyril Cliff Magallanes, Regional Legal Officer. From DepEd Zamboanga del Sur, we have Attorney Jill C. Alpeche, Attorney 3. From the DepEd Region 4A, we have Attorney Alberto T. Escobarte, Regional Director. From DepEd Bacoor City, we have Dr. Babylene M. Pambid, OIC Schools Division Superintendent, together with Ms. Elanita Aldana, Head Teacher 3 and OIC of the Progressive Elementary School, and Ms. Mercedes S. J. Pilar, Principal 2 of the Senior High School in Progressive Bacoor City. And last but not the least, from the Department of Budget and Management, we have Attorney Tricia M. Baraan and Ms. Joy Rico. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, ComSec. So today we'll be hearing 5 measures for on local bills and 1 on a national concern. So the 4 local bills are House Bill number 7315, Tabon National High School, Jose Abad Santos, Davao Occidental, then House Bill number 8399, Sakbuan National High School, San Pablo, Zamboanga del Sur. And then for establishment of schools, there are 2 bills. House Bill number 8701, Progressive Senior High School, Bacoor, Cavite, and House Bill number 8702, Progressive Elementary School, Bacoor, Cavite. And the bill of national concern is Senate Bill number 2457, redefining the application of the mother tongue as medium of instruction. So today we'll be hearing these 5 bills, and we'll start off with the bills of Senator Lani Mercado. This is on House Bill 8701. We'll start off with that. So may we hear the sponsor to give the rationale on the said measure.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I represent the 2nd District of Cavite, the Lone District of Bacoor, and I'm here to sponsor House Bill 8701, an act establishing a senior high school in Progressive Village 3, Bayanan, City of Bacoor, Province of Cavite, to be known as Progressive Senior High School and appropriating funds thereof. First and foremost, I thank you, Senator Gatchalian, for being instrumental in the passage of RA 11946, which seeks the establishment of Mariano Gomez National High School, which we officially opened on August 24, 2023. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The sample representation is once again seeking the indulgence of this committee as I sponsor House Bill 8701, which seeks to establish the Progressive Senior High School in Progressive Village 3, Bayanan, City of Bacoor, and also House Bill 8702, which seeks to establish the Progressive Elementary School in Progressive 15, Barangay Molino 2, City of Bacoor. The Senior High School in Progressive is already in operation, having been established in 2016 through the joint efforts of the DepEd and the City Government of Bacoor during this representation's term as Mayor of Bacoor City. Currently, it is composed of 1 school principal, 2 master teachers, 25 teachers, 2 security personnel, and 1 school aide, and 1 administrative assistant. and has an enrollment size of 631 students. The Progressive Elementary School, on the other hand, has been operating since 2010, has been instrumental in educating children in 7 barangays in Bacoor City, namely Molino 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as well as nearby barangays of Queensrow East, West, Queensrow Central, and Bayanan. As of October 6, 2023, the school has an enrollment of 1,154 learners and is composed of 28 teaching and 6 non-teaching personnel, including the head teacher, who is acting as the officer in charge. In spite of their very significant roles as educational institutions, however, both schools still do not have their own identification and mandate. To institutionalize the operation of both schools with full budgetary support from the national government and ensure the delivery and access to quality basic education, I hope that the Committee on Basic Education, through its honorable chairman and members, will approve the said measures. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Congressman Lani Mercado. May we hear, I understand that the regional director for Region 4E is here with us. Oh, he's physical present. I was looking at the screen. I thought, so Attorney Escobarte, may we hear your comments, especially on the completeness of the said measure. Let's start off with 8701. This is the Progressive Senior High School bill.
Yes, Mr. Honorable Chair, the Department of Education Region 4E is in full support and concurrence to this initiative of our good Congresswoman to legislate these 2 schools. As to the viability and desirability of these 2 schools, they comply with our minimum standards. In fact, these 2 schools, first the Progressive, has already an enrollment of 631. This will answer to its viability and desirability to serve in that catchment areas. Actually, there was already an administrative approval in the level of the regional director with the Dean R.D. Diosdado San Antonio before, where he issued an approval by way of an endorsement, which became the basis for the DBM to include the Progressive Senior High School in the GAA, where its inclusion in the GAA has also the consequent effect of including this school in the plantilla. So this school has its own plantilla. In fact, it has been allocated with the principal position and the other teaching positions. With respect to the elementary, we also certify as to its viability and desirability because it caters more than 1,000 learners. And this legislative initiative would affirm or reaffirm the establishment of these schools. And finally, we certify that these schools comply with our standards as to the establishment of public schools.
Thank you, Attorney Escobarte. So both schools have complied with DO Department of Education Order number 40 series of 2014. Okay, can you? Yeah.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you,
Chairman.
thank you, Attorney. And just out of my knowledge, this Progressive Senior High School is non-existent right now. It will be. Is it already an existing school that will be carved out?
It's already operating as a senior high school.
Okay, and it's part of is it a standalone school or is it with a junior high school and
Standalone.
it's a standalone
Structure.
school? Okay, How about the Progressive Elementary School? That's already operational?
Yes, it is a standalone elementary.
It's also a standalone. So it's separate campus.
Yes.
Separate. Okay. All right. Okay. Do we want to hear any comments from DepEd Central Office, who is represented by Asik Galban?
Mr. Chair, the central office interposes no objections to the said measures, of course, pending the validation of submitted documents and compliance with regulatory measures.
Right. But I understand that the documents are certified as complete. And I guess they will just submit the physical documents to your office. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, hearing that the two measures have completed the requirements under DO number 40, series of 2014, we are approving the two measures and submitting it to plenary. So with that, we go into the other bills. This is House Bill number 7315. And the title is Tabon National High School, San Jose Abad Santos, Davao Occidental. And by tradition, we normally invite the congressman who is representing that area to sponsor, obviously to enrich the records and to give us some information about the rationale of that measure. But I understand that the sponsoring congressmen are not available right now, but they will be represented by by Congresswoman Lani Mercado. So we recognize once again Congressman Lani Mercado.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. I am here to sponsor House Bill 7315 entitled An Act Separating the Jose Abad Santos National High School, Tabayon Extension in Barangay Tabayon, Municipality of Jose Abad Santos, Province of Davao Occidental, National High School, converting it into an independent national high school to be known as the Tabayon National High, and appropriating funds therefore. Mr. Chair, conversion of the Tabayon extension is needed to facilitate the establishment of an independent school that will redound to several benefits to the students who will be attending the institution and also for their parents. The existing Jose Abad Santos National High School, the mother school, is 7 kilometers away from Tabayon Extension. The students in the extension can only take the curriculum for first to second year high school. On their third and fourth year levels, they have to go to the main school and have to traverse perilous mountain bridges, some rivers, rough roads that are dangerously slippery during the wet season. Transportation is scarce and the students have to pay additional for their habal-habal rides. The most common mode of conveyance, adding more financial burden to their parents whose source of livelihood is subsistence, farming, and some fishing. The local populace is made up of indigenous communities composed of the Balaans and the Manobos. To date, enrollees in the area are increasing with the latest count pegged at 262 students. Since the national administration is keen in providing each student with all the support needed to pursue their education, giving them access to the nearest school is one of the best ways to attain this goal. It is for this reason that this bill is being sponsored. Thank you. In behalf of Congressman Claude P. Bautista, Chairman on the Committee on Flagship Programs, I hereby represent that humble representation. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Lani. We now recognize the regional director who is online. No? Okay. The regional director, Mr. Henelito Atilio. He's the representative. He's representing Dr. Alan Farnazo, the regional director. We recognize Mr. Atilio.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and the honorable members of the committee. I am Jenelito Atilio, Chief of the Quality Assurance Division of DepEd Regional Office 11, representing our DepEd Region 11 Director Alan Farnazo, who is on official travel at General Santos City right now. Mr. Chair, this representation would like to confirm our full support to the measure, House Bill number 7315, or an act separating Jose Abad Santos National High School, Tabayon Extension, in Barangay Tabayon, Municipality of Jose Abad Santos, Province of Davao Occidental, from Jose Abad Santos National High School and converting it into an independent national high school to be known as Tabayon National High School and appropriating funds therefore. Mr. Chair, DepEd 11 confirms that all documentary requirements and conditions were all complied with respect to DepEd Order 40 series of 2014. And we will provide all assistance that we can give to the said school, Mr. Chair. Ardialan Farnaso heartfully thank the Honorable Claudio Bautista and all concerned members of the Congress for sponsoring this measure, and the Honorable Lani Mercado for also sponsoring this measure. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Atilio. Any comments from the central office?
Mr. Chair, on the part of the central office, we interpose no objections to the said measure, again, provided that they are able to comply with the necessary documents and regulatory requirements.
Thank you, Asa Calban. I understand we're also joined by the DBM, and since you're already here, any comments that you want to put on record?
Yes, good afternoon po, Mr. Chair. For the DBM, we also interpose no objection po, subject to the comments of DepEd. Plus, we would like to note that under the FY 2023 JA, the said school is also funded by 3.4 million for PS and 592,000 for MO. And they also have as well funding for 2024 NEP. Thank you po.
Thank you very much for those information. Since we don't have any objection on this bill, we are also submitting this bill to
Mr.
plenary.
Chair.
Yes,
Mr.
go ahead,
Chair,
sir.
if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, with all due respect, we have with us also this afternoon the Schools Division Superintendent of the area, Dr. Romel Handayan. He's the Schools Division Superintendent of Davao Occidental, Mr. Chair.
All right, we recognize Dr. Handayan. Any comments, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon as well to the members of this honorable body. We would like to thank our good Congressman, Honorable Claudio Bautista, for sponsoring this House Bill number 7315, an act separating the Jose Abad Santos National High School Tabayon Extension to be an independent national high school, to be known already as the Tabayon National High School, and appropriating funds therefore. As what the good honorable Congresswoman Lani Mercado said a while ago, this is really a need of our learners, especially that mostly of our learners in Tabayon are members or belong to the indigenous people group of the Bilaan, and they have to travel at least 7 kilometers away from the mother school, Jose Abad Santos. So its approval will really help a lot for our learners, and we will be able to provide them access to quality education. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Handayan. So, hearing that there are no objectives, we'll submit this to plenary. Next is House Bill number 8399, Sakbuan National High School. Once again, to be sponsored by Congressman Lani Mercado.
Once again, good afternoon, Senator Gatchalian, and to the committee staff and resource persons of today's committee hearing. I'm here today to represent Congresswoman Jazel Victoria CU, 2nd District Representative of Zamboanga del Sur, to sponsor her bill for today's meeting, as she is on an official travel with the Department of Tourism for the 8th UNWTO Forum on Gastronomy on Tourism in Spain. The San Pablo National High School Sakbuan Extension has a considerable number of enrollees for secondary education every year. Its operation is entirely dependent from its mother school, San Pablo National High School. Its separation from San Pablo National High School and its conversion into an independent national high school would greatly help to ensure that the growing needs of the students would be met and that the high standard of education be provided to our deserving students. Hence, I encourage the Senate to support this bill for the benefit of our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Now we recognize the Regional Director, Dr. Ruth Fuentes, to be represented by Attorney Cyril Magallanes.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair, Senator Gatchalian, and also to our principal sponsor, as represented by Congressman Lani Mercado-Revilla. On behalf of our Regional Director, Dr. Ruth L. Fuentes, and the entire Region 9 office, we would like to express our support to House Bill number 8399.
Thank you, Attorney. May you also put on record the status or the completeness of the said measure? Have they completed all the necessary requirements under DO 40 series
Yes,
of 2014?
Yes, Honorable Chair. I believe the supporting documents that's been submitted in support of House Bill 8399 is complete and in accordance with DO 40 series of 2014, and my counterpart in SDO Zamboanga del Sur could also attest to this fact, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Magallanes. With that, we'll recognize the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jenaline Aleman, to be represented by Attorney Jill Alpache.
This honorable body. Per information from the SGOD, the necessary documents for the separation of Sakbuan National High School has been submitted by the concerned personnel.
Are you also in agreement that the documents are all compliant to DO 40?
Yes, Mr. Chair. All the documents submitted are in compliance with DO 40 series of 2014.
Thank you for that, Attorney Alpache. Attorney, we have a certification from the Mines and Geoscience Bureau, Region 9, and they certified that in the certification, they certified that the school is susceptible to high landslide or to landslides. Have you attended to this certification, and what mitigating measures have you implemented in order to address this landslide issue?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, the provincial governor, Governor Victor Yu, already issued a statement that that can be read as that they are going to support and they're going to undertake appropriate landslide engineering measures and adequate drainage for the proposed location site to ensure the safety of the teachers and personnel and students of the proposed school, Mr. Chair.
So in other words, the provincial government will implement mitigating measures and of course spend for those mitigating measures.
Yes, Mr. Chair. As issued by by Provincial Governor Victor Yu in his certification.
Do you have the amount on how much the provincial government is going to spend to address this?
There's no amount
to address
stated in
this issue.
There's no amount stated in his certification, Mr. Chair.
But there's a certification to address this MGB certification.
Yes,
Okay,
there
just
is.
submit to us that. Okay, just submit to us that certification by the provincial government, and please assist the committee in reaching out to the governor, to the good governor, and also to the provincial government as to how much are they going to allocate in order to implement that certification that they issued. In other words, submit to us a program of works, the amounts that they will be spending, and also a timetable on when they will be implementing that. Their certification is a good start. Obviously, they recognize this issue by the MGB, and they are willing to appropriate funds in order to mitigate this landslide issue. But it's important also for the committee to capture into the records the amounts that they are willing to spend and the timetable. So just submit to us before we recommend this to plenary.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. And we recognize Asek Galban for his comments.
Mr. Chair, the Department of Education puts priority on the safety and well-being of our learners. Hence, we pose no objections to such measure, provided again that they are able to provide validated documents and are able to adhere to the safety measures as they have proposed alongside with their local government. Upon the submission of such and compliance with such regulations, the DepEd will impose no interjections.
Thank you, Asek. And any comments from DBM? If you have since you're
Good afternoon again, Mr. Chair. We also interpose no objection subject to the evaluation of DepEd. And we also note that Sakbuan National High School has a funding for 2023 and 2024. Thank you po.
Thank you. I was flagged by the committee secretary that Mayor Danilo Taucan is here. Any comments, Mayor Taucan, on this proposed measure?
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, being the local chief of executive of this municipality, I affirm my fully support for the independence CEO of Sakbuan National High School from San Pablo National High School Extension.
Thank you, Mayor. And maybe request your assistance to secure more details on the certification that the provincial government issued on the in relation to that landslide certification that the MGB has issued. It will be beneficial to us to put into the records the amounts that they will spend, the amounts that the provincial governments will spend, the timetable, as well as the other details that will help attend to this certification by the MGB.
Noted, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. And we don't have any objection to this bill. We will also submit House Bill number 8399 to plenary for further approval, subject to the details that will be submitted on the topic of the MGB certification. And before we close on the local bills, and again, since DBM is already here, I failed to ask you if you have any comments on the bill on 8701 and 8702, if you have any comments.
Yes, sir. We take note po of the proposal of DepEd, and as confirmed by our bureau concerned, the same was included in the NEP po,
All right.
2024.
Thank you for that. Just to place that on record. So we have completed all the bills on local nature, and we will move into one bill on national application, and this is Senate Bill number 2457, and the title is an act redefining the application of the mother tongue as medium of instruction from kinder to grade 3 amending for the purpose of sections 4 and 5 of Republic Act number 10533, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. And before I read my statement in my my statement on the matter, let me recognize our majority floor leader, Senator Joel Villanueva.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and just would like to spread into the records our sincerest thanks and commendation to our chair for calling another hearing. Keeps on calling hearings here in the Senate, and and of course we wanted to acknowledge our good friend Congresswoman Lani Mercado-Revilla, the better Revilla in the Senate. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you to our majority floor leader. And going back to Senate Bill number 2457, let me put on record. This is to put on record that the contents of Senate Bill 2457 were extensively discussed during the public hearing on proposed Senate Resolution number 5, House Bill number 6717, and the privileged speech on the observations on the implementation of the mother tongue-based multilingual education program, theory versus implementation, that yours truly delivered on May 31, 2023. The public hearings were conducted last October 17, 2022, June 21, 2023, June 26, 2023, and June 3, 2023. July 3, 2023. Hence, with the permission of the committee, we hereby adopt the proceedings of the aforementioned public hearings as part of the records of Senate Bill number 2457.
That's a motion, Mr. Chairman. I am seconding.
Thank you. Any objection? Hearing none, we approve that motion. So with that, we have completed all the 5 bills that are scheduled to be heard today. And once again, we thank Congresswoman Lani Mercado for sponsoring the bills, the 4 bills, even though the other 2 bills are not within her jurisdiction. But I thank Congresswoman Lani for her gracious and willingness to sponsor those bills. And we thank the majority floor leader for coming here and participating in this proceedings. So with that, thank you very much. This hearing is hereby adjourned. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, okay lang po magpapa.
Yes, of course.